the coronavirus was a New World Order's way of flexing their muscle and letting everybody know that they're in it to
They
win
could
it.
sit the world down at any time.
They could shut the world down.
They
at
can
any
sit
time.
down.
That's it. And it's media manipulation. It's the media. They are all owned by the same people.
Donald Trump is in on it.
Really?
Everyone's in on it.
I don't think Donald Trump's in on
When
it.
the Bilderberg Group and the Trilateral Group and the New
Trust
World
the
Order
plan, my friend.
and the New World Order come in,
Where we go
we're
one,
all on
we
the
go all.
sidelines.
That's Welcome to Bobby Pickles podcast. We're doing a kind of a different format. Basically, what we're doing is we're trying to dry run with this guy over here.
Hello.
Dan Ciforelli.
However you want to introduce me.
So Dan is like, just a total scum in every way possible, and it lives close to the sweatshop. And he's conned me into doing a podcast episode with him today. I give everybody a chance. So we're going to try this out, and the format that we're going to go with, it's not like your standard where we do interviews. We're going to just talk about topics of today, right?
Topics of today.
And see if we could do something like weekly or something, Just talk about the topic.
What everyone's thinking about, and hopefully we can resonate with other people.
Something more consistent, though. So, all right. What's up, Dan?
How are you, Bobby?
All right. Now, remember, if you want to look in there, you're looking at the people. All right. Now, what's going on with the world today? What's the topic number one? What's going on in the world? Tell me right now.
Cop is shot dead in California as George Floyd fury sweeps the U.S. Donald Trump puts army on notice to deploy to streets for first time since 1992 LA riots as 19-year-old Detroit protester.
Hold on, what is that about?
This is the newest ad coming up today on dailymail.com. It's something that I'm following. It's world news, and they're most unbiased news source I think that I could find. And then if it has some bias, everything always has some bias.
So read the headline again.
So the headline says, the cop is shot dead in California as George Floyd fury sweeps the U.S. Nothing is happening in California. I've lived in California, so we can go into that later. But
you have?
Yes. I lived in San Francisco for 4 years, L.A. for a year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Moved back to New York in 2010.
Did anybody ever tell you that they were reminded of the the Uncut Gems character played by
I'm seeing that and
Adam
it's funny.
Sandler? Because honestly, you remind me of Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems.
I see where you're coming from, but I'm not that guy.
Your whole
I'm
inflection,
not
everything
that
you
actual
do.
guy.
If you're put up into a corner or something, you react that same way.
Yes,
it's very similar.
Yes.
Now, what I would like to know is how did you become like that? That's more interesting.
How I became.
How did you become like that?
How I would squirrel my way around like him.
How do you squirrel your way out of things?
How do I squirrel my way around like him? Yeah. That just comes from being in New York City. It's just the people are talking fast, blah blah blah. Throw the dollar on the thing.
Are you Jewish?
No, but Jewish people think that I am Jewish. Maybe
really?
I am Jewish. Italian and Cuban. I mean, there could be, and there's the Mediterranean. It's right there. It could be. Could be something.
Have you done your DNA?
No, I haven't. I have not.
You'd probably find some European Jewish in there.
I'm still skeptical of doing that. I think there is, and there is a lot of Italian Jews.
The Italics. I used to work for one. He had a gold chain with an Italian horn and a Star of David. Yes.
Oh wow!
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, no, I mean it makes sense.
That's where I moved when I first moved to New York.
Yeah,
I moved from Florida right after college to New York.
Wow!
And I just transferred jobs. I transferred jobs working for him.
That's crazy.
And then I ended up managing a Verizon Wireless wholesale location, not
right
a real
in the same block as me on Wall Street.
No, the one in Penn Station.
In Penn. Oh, okay, yeah.
That little, it's called Wireless to Go.
Okay.
It's still there. That's the only location that he has. Still,
that one guy,
because it makes that much money.
Oh, okay. I remember we were talking about
It's all about the accessories. They just sell accessories all day out of there.
Really?
Everybody coming on their trains.
In Penn Station? Right in the station?
In Penn Station, yeah.
That's funny.
So, New York. You lived in New York too.
Lived in New York too.
And then that's how you
We probably crossed paths. We actually were talking about how you were at a Verizon store.
That's how you
in
became
the building.
Jewish.
And that's how I became Jewish.
You
because
adopted the
I became
Jewishness.
Jewish because every Friday everyone is recruiting. I don't know what they were doing.
That's
but
the
they would
best way to
always
get
ask
out of
what I was-
work.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God! You got out of work right on Friday at
Right there.
5 o'clock.
Right there. 4:30 in the winter.
Oh my God!
No, hell
Yes,
no,
you did.
never.
So anyway, listen.
But I always-
you got some notes. You did some freaking research yesterday, or what?
I did some research.
What kind of research did you do?
Well,
This
I
is
mean,
boring.
we have to. I mean,
we
we
need
got
to
a
talk
cop
about
shot.
topics, man. and
We
you
have
are
a we
so-
have a
you
we have
no
a
idea
cop
what you're
we have a
doing.
cop shot dead in California.
Okay, a cop shot dead in California. Okay,
This is new news.
Let's
This is
wrap
news.
our heads around this. Okay,
Updated 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, May
that
30th.
happened. That happened last night.
This happened
During,
last night.
during all those riots, man. I was on.
So everything is-
now.
is-
My buddies, they have a show called Thunderdome TV.
Okay.
and they were all they were doing last night live streaming. I was watching it until the live stream went off, but they were just going from live stream to live stream, all the different rioting and stuff. It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
That Unicorn Riot. Have you seen that Unicorn Riot?
I didn't.
Dude, you are the worst researcher. Unicorn Riot is awesome. You got to look
I'm
that
looking
up.
at it right now.
It's
Yeah.
insane. It's a group of a bunch of different people. Maybe you could look it up and see if there's a Wikipedia.
Unicorn
about
Riot,
it.
your alternative media.
Look up the Wikipedia.
Yes, I saw a
Read
camera.
it.
I saw yes, right here.
Tell me what it is.
Unicorn.ninja is their website. You want a biography?
It's like a
of it?
group of people. It's a group of people in all these different
Let me-
states and these cities, and then they like basically go out, film it, live stream it, and then they hand the microphone to the rioters and let the rioters talk.
Huh.
But it's a bunch of different people. It's like
According to Wikipedia, of course, I will always disclose that your Wikipedia can be subject to fraud. But I will go from there on a basic. Unicorn Riot is decentralized nonprofit left-wing media collective that originated online in 2015. The group is known for reporting on far-right organizations and sources of racial and economic injustice in the U.S. Non-hierarchical media organization operate the non-hierarchical. Fuck this. I'm sorry. I have to
So they
curse.
basically-
I have to curse because this actually reminds me of getting censored on Facebook the other day. I think I actually tried.
they basically come after people like us.
So I reposted a thing. I reposted a thing, a link about something that it seemed true, and I got fact checked by Facebook,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
and it was the website that they said I shared from was actually a left wing website that promotes, and this is from Facebook, which is surprising. You got your link from a left wing site that wants to promote false information for Trump supporters to spread out. So they succeeded in me spreading false information. So when it could be fact checked, I look like an asshole. Insane. Well, Facebook told me that, and then now it just opened me up to a whole new world.
Oh, so you like
because they always say that we
You
pay Trump
definitely-
supporters.
you
We
got
pay Trump
trolled.
supporters. Yeah.
you got trolled.
It was crazy. No, but no, I did not get trolled. They told me that the site that I shared, it was true false information, and I Googled it, and it was, because I don't like doing that. And it was a left wing. It says Facebook told me it was a left wing website.
Yeah.
Facebook's telling me it's a left wing website, and that website is proven to spread to want to put false information for like
All right.
naive
so
Trump
you're saying that
supporters.
the fact checking works?
No, I'm not saying the fact checking works by any means.
Oh, okay.
I was just surprised that you have a left. Right, the first fact checking thing that came up was about a left wing conspiracy or left wing satire website that's making me spread false information that would appeal to Trump supporters. Isn't that what they blame us for? Isn't that they pay?
You're right.
Women for Trump.
No, isn't
at
that
the rallies?
Isn't that
we
what
pay
the whole Russian collusion narrative
all
was
of
about?
it? We pay them for it, and we pay women for Trump, and we pay blacks for Trump, and that's a whole paid.
I never heard that. But is that true?
People they blame me for that. They blame us for that, and it's like it's crazy. And the first thing that happens is that I see is
so I see.
there's evidence of the other way doing it.
All right, so let me explain it in
Go ahead.
layman's terms because you explained it so horribly.
I did.
You got really tongue-tied and twisted up there.
I did. Yeah.
So basically, you got conned. You got conned by a website that pushes out fake news.
Yep.
Okay, and it's a left-leaning website that cons you
Facebook
and
told
tricks
me
you.
it was.
And Facebook told you.
Facebook's paid third party. Facebook's outsourced fact-checking
Third-party
site.
fact checkers.
Told.
Right. Okay.
Told.
So basically, these lefty organizations are doing exactly the same thing they accused us of doing, or the Russians of doing, and that's why Trump is in office today, right? I mean, wouldn't you see the hypocrisy in that?
Of
Do you know what
course.
I'm talking about?
Yeah. Completely.
It's crazy.
It's
man.
insane.
These people are always hypocrites.
Yeah.
That's what I always find. It's like whatever they accuse other people of, they're doing it themselves.
I go to a bar and I swear I'd be talking to a Trump supporter, and then I say something about Trump and the person hates Trump, and it's like you just agreed with everything that he's said the whole night by you even just voicing your opinion.
What's the next topic?
Looting leads to shooting.
So we really didn't even
let's,
talk about.
Let's clarify
but we
looting
really
leads to
didn't.
shooting.
We really didn't even talk about that topic though. I mean, listen, cops are going to die now. They are. There are going to be people out there that are going to kill cops right now. It's going to happen. I'm not trying to incite anything. I'm not trying to say it's good at all or anything like that. But I can see it. People are pissed.
What's your opinion on how?
What is your opinion on the whole George Floyd thing?
The guy got killed, man. The guy got killed on fucking
he got killed.
on live TV. The guy got killed on
he
live.
got killed by that guy. He got taken out by that guy. Now, I know you're you're some kind of felon. I just can sense it. I know you're a criminal, right? And I
don't have the cleanest Ciforelli record. You look me up, but it's not a felony and never.
Oh, okay,
ever,
good.
Sorry, couple marijuana
you
charges.
are probably a criminal of some kind. You might not have
If
gotten
I
caught.
ever decided to run for office, the worst that'll ever happen is that he got caught with some pot in 2008. That's it.
Anyway, my point is that you think like a criminal just like I do. You know? And so we both had our run-ins with the law. A lot of times when I had my run-ins with the law really early on, when I was like a juvenile and into 18, stuff like that, and a little bit into college.
Underage drinking or something.
And a little bit into college. I was just angry that my parents got divorced and I was lashing out. But if you treat a police officer with respect, if you say, officer,
shake their hand.
If you say, and I'm not saying anything at all about this George Floyd thing. You could be the most belligerent person in the world, most disrespectful. Cop does not have the right to do that to you at all, ever, right? So, but I understand that a lot of it was my attitude towards police officers that initially got me in a lot of trouble, man.
Well, there's another problem here.
No respect, just being a total
George
scum.
Floyd and this Chauvin guy worked together at some club.
And I hate the fact that the police officer's name is Chauvin.
They had a feud. There's a feud that's going on between these two.
One thing, we'll get right back to that feud thing, but the one thing Chauvin, I hate that name. It's like chauvinist.
Chauvin.
Like chauvinistic. It's given a bad name to the whole thing.
I don't know if
did they just pick that name?
I don't know if there's a fake website about it. But there's a site. There's a picture. There's supposedly a picture of him on stage with Trump at a rally. I don't know what date or time it was, but there was like something out there, and I didn't really go into it because I have a life and I have other things to do. But
so you just read the headline.
I'm like looking into that. But if you look at, George Floyd and this cop work together in the same club. I don't know if it's a strip club or something or whatever.
Okay.
There's a fury. There's something going on between these two, and I don't know what it is. And I'm looking into it.
Look that up.
I can look it up right. I can look it up right here.
Look that up right now. Look that up. Right now.
Chauvin and Floyd. Chauvin and Floyd relationship.
There was something about their relationship that they previously knew each other, or something.
They worked together as bouncers, like
as
at a
security,
club or something, which is like, and another like, I don't know. This Chauvin is a horrible person.
Now, do you buy it that it's just like a race thing?
Oh, this is a race thing.
Huh?
This is a total race thing.
You think that was a race thing?
Yeah. This guy. I mean, there's this. I mean, as a person that would have loved to have been a lawyer in the most dream world, like whatever, my dream world would be that. If you look at both sides of the thing, these cops, they're in ghetto areas, they're doing whatever. They're sick of seeing, and you see movies about it and stuff like that, and it makes sense. They're sick of seeing crime. They're sick of seeing someone shooting another person, so they start doing crazy things. You know, maybe a guy, like, regardless if it's black or white or whatever, comes into the neighborhood. Because I lived in Oakland, Maine, and the cop would be kind of kicking his spurs around when he walks around. He would pull you over for no reason. My friend in Maine right now, he got pulled over. My friend in Maine or New Hampshire got pulled over for driving with his mask off, with his window down. And they say you need to have a mask on while driving with your window down.
What?
I don't even want to go into what my New Hampshire electrician, construction, blue collar friend went into with the cop next, but he didn't get anything done. He just basically drove off on the cop. Like, are you going to arrest me or are you not? This is not even a law. I'm going to go now. And he rolled his window up and he put the car in drive as the cop was next to him.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that wouldn't be but I'll tell you this. But you know what? That'll go into this is that's not going to happen with blacks. That's not going to happen with blacks. If a black person did that, he would have been tires shot out and he would have been brought out and probably something like George Floyd. This guy has this guy has his.
You honestly think that though?
Yes, I do. It's like, especially in all white areas. Maine,
you know what I
90
think? You know what I think, man? I think that if you go to any city, like any city area, it doesn't matter if it's north, south, east, west. If you go to the city area, the cops, for the most part, they have like a lot of shit going on, so they don't fuck around with people like that. You know, what I mean,
I like to measure how I like to measure how blacks are treated by whites by the way blacks respond with whites. So if you ever look at like surveys that are going on about some racial inequality or something, and they go to Harlem, like they were talking about voter ID suppression, and so they had someone that went into Harlem and they were like, do you know any black people without any IDs? Do you know any black people without IDs? And every black person that passed the street in Harlem, I have an ID. Everyone has an ID.
Yeah,
everyone has an ID.
Of course.
So
yeah, I saw
what's the problem with voters? So look at, and then you see this video of like, well, people in minority areas may not have access to internet, so they might not be able to get to the DMV and not be able to. These are liberal people that are talking.
Yeah, it's all they're. Listen,
it is insane.
They're always hypocritical. It's because they actually harbor the racism within their heart.
Yeah,
they do.
Did you see?
White liberal people are the most racist people on earth. They are, and they think that everybody thinks like they do. So they project it, and they try to signal like they're not who they really are truly, right? Mm-hmm. SJW, virtue signaling, that kind of thing.
Yep.
It's a sickness, man. It's a mental disorder. It's an absolute sickness, and I'm just convinced that it has to do with people really being asleep, like they think they're going to live forever, and they think that life is like a movie or something.
It's crazy. And this brings me to this point where, with Van Jones of all people.
Oh, right, that's right.
There's this other story. I know maybe we're going across all kinds of topics and stuff like that, but we're talking about everything that's going on this week. And one of the big stories. It's
the first time we're even trying to do this.
We're even trying to do this, yeah. And we're going to become a little bit more organized going down. And
I don't think so, but anyway.
Maybe. I think it'll be when we go live, and we will go live, take phone calls. We'll be a little bit more structured. But look at CNN. CNN's Van Jones says, white liberal Hillary Clinton supporter, more worrisome than KKK. 22 hours ago. Now,
Van Jones, he was the guy saying that it was a nothing burger. Remember?
Yes.
The whole Russian collusion hoax?
Yes.
He was on camera on Project Veritas. He was caught on Project Veritas saying, it's just all a nothing burger. So Van Jones knows what's up. Now this can lead us into something else too, by the way. Another topic you want to talk about. Van Jones works at CNN and he's woke, okay? Truly woke, not the fake woke that the liberals use. Okay, he
Well-
has really awakened to all this, and he is just a shill, basically. You know, working for the enemy, making money. Because they got their token black guy or whatever, who's intelligent and stuff like that, right? Because that's how they think. That's how liberals think. But anyway, you wanted to talk about Mecca Annie, the new press secretary.
Why isn't she getting play?
Now, the new press secretary also worked for CNN. Is that correct?
I think so. Yes, she did. She was over it. She was all over.
And Trump got her from CNN. Is that right? Can you fact check that?
Yes. She is from CNN.
She is?
She's from CNN. Yeah, she was from CNN. She was on it. She was their only Republican advocate on. She was there on debates. She was the only
she's like Juan Williams
one
on Fox News.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or like Combs on Andy and Combs.
So she was the only respected, even on CNN, you see the trolls on Twitter, she's the only one that could explain the Republican side the best or whatever. So when she's now hired as Trump's press secretary.
Nice.
Kayleigh McEnany began her media career as a producer for Huckabee on Fox News and later worked as a commentator on CNN. In 2017, she was appointed national spokesperson for the Republican National Committee. On April 7, 2020, she was appointed as White House secretary.
Yeah.
I'm in love with
her. So
you
said that she did work for CNN?
She did work for CNN, yes.
All right, cool. Now, Trump got her. Now, anyway, that's awesome. She's hitting out of the park. She's, I haven't really watched her, to be honest with you.
Because they're not putting her on. And she is killing it. She responds. Freaking this Acosta says something, and I want to bring it up. And she responds with, oh, yeah, because CNN said this, and then CNN said this, and CNN said, and then Acosta goes, well, we all make mistakes, and we apologize. She's like, yeah, but anyways, everything's done for today, and I don't know.
So she kind of responds similar to the aggressiveness of Trump,
but just kills it with fact right back. Literally. She can't say anything wrong because her response is a quote from something that the person literally said a week ago. Yeah, but you said this here in this article at this date, Acosta, on CNN. You said this. So,
back to your Van Jones thing, because I didn't want to get off on tangent too much. But I just thought that was interesting because, they both work at CNN. But Van Jones, he said what?
Van Jones says the lady. Okay, so do you remember the story this week about some lady letting her dog off the leash in Central Park in the Bramble?
The Karen?
And the Karen, that liberal Karen.
Right.
And so Van Jones ended up coming up with this summary that, just like Malcolm X said, was that the white liberal is worse than the KKK. And it is true.
No. Now when you put it that way, when you put it all in context, now I have a problem with it because did you see what Candace Owens put about all this?
No,
you didn't see Candace Owens' response?
I could just go down the whole. What did she say?
Oh my God, that is great. Listen, first of all, you don't see what was going on first before that all happened. That guy who he approached her and said something weird about the dog. Said you're not gonna like what I do to your dog right now. Said that. Had a treat.
That I don't. I do believe that could because these liberals fucking.
Basically, she said that they're both
weird.
Karens.
They're both Karens.
That black guy that was walking in the park had a dog treat. Goes to that park all the time. By the way, like I said,
watching birds every day.
I lived in New York City. Okay?
The ecology of that bramble. Are you kidding me?
I have a dog in New York City. I understand the off leash hours. They have off leash hours before 9 a.m. at all New York City parks.
Yeah.
They do. This is true. And I brought Enzo, my dog Enzo. I brought to Prospect Park every single morning before I went to work. Before 9 a.m. because we lived right across the street, so I brought him there all the time. So this person was in the dog park. She was in essentially the whole entire. It was in Central Park. Was that where this happened?
It's called the Bramble part of Central Park.
The entire park, because I know from living there, and I've had Enzo in Central Park as well. The entire park is a dog park before 9 a.m. You can't say shit to me.
Yeah, I don't believe that there's some special designated thing. No, that park is free for everybody.
There is zero designated area.
As a New Yorker, if someone's telling me I can't do something in a certain part of that park, I'll tell you this.
I had my ex-girlfriend's car.
But she was racist.
I went in the morning.
She was racist. I want to call and say that an African American. I'm going to call the cops and say you're harassing me because my dog's not on the leash. I would just say that.
Dude, you should see.
But she said, I'm going to call and say I'm an African American is, and then, those are the worst kind of people. You saw her, she was choking that dog. I hated that dog.
Yes, she said something stupid.
Did you see her choking the dog?
Yes.
I feel the worst victim is that dog.
All right, here, let's put this in perspective, though. Okay? I mean, if somebody said something to you 2 seconds before that, they said, I'm going to do something to your dog right now that you're not going to like.
We don't have that on camera.
Yeah, there is.
There is?
Yeah, there's more video to it. You didn't see the whole thing, man. And that's what Candace Owens is saying. Candace Owens was saying this.
Well, I don't refute anything from Candace Owens because she's on a tangent to become something very great.
I was in Prospect Park. Let me tell you a story. I was in Prospect Park one time. And I have all this on video, by the way, and I just shared it this morning. I just shared it. It was 8 years ago. It's on my YouTube page. It's like one of the first videos I have. But I was in Prospect Park, and my girlfriend at the time was teaching a hoop dancing class, okay? Right in the park with like 8 girls.
Like hula hoop girls.
Hula hoop girls.
Yeah.
Okay? And then I was filming it for her. Mm-hmm. So I had the video recorder going and stuff, and I had Enzo, my dog, tied to basically the speaker, right? Off yonder. And it was a really nice day. It was like spring or something like that. It was a beautiful day. And this totally insane activist lady, SJW lady, came up and, goes, whose dog is this? Oh, my God. You have the dog tied to this thing in the hot and all, started and just, got in our business, was totally out of line. I'm the best person to my dog. I don't ever mess with my dog is treated the best.
That's like those people that go up and try to tell you what to do with your kid.
Dude. She had a mental breakdown, and I just recorded her the whole time, and it's on my YouTube. It's very funny.
Oh, my Lord.
I understand, man, that this kind of shit happens. So that lady, man, I don't know. I think that, yes, I think Candace Owens is correct on her assessment of the situation.
Sure.
They're both Karens. They're both Karens.
But that guy was not threatening.
That guy, what he posted was half the story.
Yeah.
That was only his side.
Regardless, though, that guy was a clean-cut guy. He was a normal guy. And he was a person in New York City that was giving this other person in New York City shit. I talked to colleagues for my day job on the phone, and they're getting yelled at in the bodega. And people are in your face all day and every day. That guy, I don't blame her, and I don't blame him. He's being an asshole,
they're in the bodegas,
and she's gonna be an asshole right back.
What are they doing in the bodegas? Are they working out of the bodegas?
They're working in the bodegas.
They're working out of the bodegas.
They both should go work in the bodegas because they're so petty, both of them.
That's probably what they're doing. What other topics do you have?
This George Floyd thing is just bursting up in front of our faces as we speak right now. Now the governor of Minnesota says George Floyd. This is top line.
So the rioting aspect is happening, and
cartels and racists are fueling the riots. I want to talk about this content. I want to talk about this because this really brings this up. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
but coronavirus didn't work, so now the race riots need to come in.
I've seen this conspiracy floating right now.
There will be anarchy in some way, shape, or form. There will be anarchy.
The corona. All right.
Let's talk about that topic because we can talk about all this bullshit all day. What is the underlying motive here from the New World Order, from the world, from
we
Asia?
We are in the New World Order right now.
This is one big transformation.
I was listening to the Tinfoil Hat podcast with Sam Tripoli. I love that one.
Yeah.
And one of the episodes, very recent episode with Eddie Bravo, he's talking about how we're in the New World Order right now, and all of these world organizations, like the World Health Organization, all these the Trilateral Committee, all these international groups,
Trilateral Group, and all that.
The New World Order.
Is the Bilderberg Group and all of that.
That is a New World Order.
These guys, Trump and Bill Gates and Fauci, they're all in some little hut in the middle of nowhere, Switzerland, talking about all of this and deciding our fate. And I believe that, and you see it. Dr. Fauci is our chief, whatever. I don't even care what his title is, because it's just God, a combination of God and the United States government, and Bill Gates put him there, and whatever the hell he's supposed to do. Notice how all the media outlets respect Dr. Fauci. But isn't he a Trump-appointed person? Or like in that, like nothing from this administration should be working correctly. He's not a Trump-appointed
no,
he's like always there.
No. Fauci was the head of the World Health Organization and a couple other,
what is he
organizations.
Doing? I don't even care to know.
You can look him up. Aren't you supposed to be the lookup guy?
Yes, I'm the lookup guy. But I don't but he's a person I don't even care to, because I think he's just automatically put there by the New World Order.
Yeah. That's all he is.
I don't care. That's all he is a person there.
He's a shill for the New World Order. That's all he is. And I believe Trump is honestly in there fighting for good. And he could do, he's just going little by little.
He can do what he does. It's like when Trump was. He
doesn't want to get killed like JFK.
Look at Trump when he was running about Saudi Arabia. We're going to go in. We're going to stop shit with Saudi Arabia. Gets in. Partnerships, things like there's just certain little things where you have to put your head up. There's things that are bigger than us. Saudi Arabia is bigger than us. China is bigger than us. But I like how he's fighting China right now.
Yeah.
And
so back to this whole thing, though.
Yeah.
Staying on topic. About the coronavirus.
The
New World Order.
The coronavirus.
So they flexed their muscles.
And now this race riot.
They flexed their muscles. They did a lot of nice manipulation on this one. Really good. Very good manipulation.
Yeah. Manipulation. The coronavirus is to stop the riots. Sidelines when the New World Order makes a move.
No, I believe
everybody.
I believe
it's all coordinated. I believe that it's all coordinated down to.
This is the last thing we're going to talk about, you stupid bastard.
You stupid.
All right,
because
we're going to wind down on this.
Yeah.
What is your idea of reality when it comes to Donald Trump? Can I tell you mine really quick? Just really quick. This is what I believe. I believe that Donald Trump is not a dictator. Actually, he's a good guy. And he was just like Q. A lot of elements of Q I kind of believe. I do think that he was like chosen at some point to run against these scumbags. And I call it, instead of a dictatorship, it's an inverted dictatorship where all these people are owned, they're bought and sold, paid for. All these Congress people, they have no term limits, and they are the real dictators. It's an inverted dictatorship where we're all owned, bought, and paid for by different corporations. And all the corporations are basically, can you track down to like 8 families in the world? They own all the wealth, the 1%.
Yeah, the
They're
royalty.
Behind all the money, the banks, and everything. And those are the guys making shit happen and causing all this commotion, man, constantly. It's constant commotion,
stirring
and they constantly are doing it. And they do it just to cause division, and they do it just to make money in certain things. And they really know that whole advertising thing, that Saul Alinsky, is that the guy's name? Saul Alinsky? That whole media manipulation, mind control, normalization things, all of that has been implemented so much with the TV, the radio,
but it's
all
being
these
done.
things.
It's being done.
Now it's being done with the internet.
In like real time.
The internet was free at one point, and then I think really with it started becoming very fucked up during Obama, probably in the, well,
it was starting to come together, but now everyone's pulling a trigger. It's almost like everyone knows there's UFOs now, so they're letting everyone know there's UFOs.
Yeah, but I don't know about that either, though. It's like, what if they just wanted to let everybody kind of, okay, you know how Reagan, what Reagan said about UFOs, right?
What did he say?
He said that there would be nothing more like unifying than when we're challenged with, UFOs. Aliens.
Yes.
Because we will come together. Now,
because there's something bigger than all of us, and we're like, oh shit, all our problems go away.
Maybe it's just a psyop, the whole thing, saying that there's UFOs, just in order to get us to buy the the new world order?
Of course.
What if what if the whole UFO thing? There are UFOs, but they haven't come, and it's all bullshit.
Well, you got some new believers out of something. You have us starting to contemplate it in another direction. You have the non-believers, and then they're going to get them. They're going to get the non-believers another way through something else, through Christ, through something, through whatever.
Yeah.
Even though I believe in Christ and I believe in God, heavily. But like they're gonna get people. But there's people that could use religion in the wrong way, and they're you see these people. I believe you see these people that are in church every Sunday, and they have all these ailments and all these problems because they don't worship God the same way, or they're the right way or something. They just use it as I go to church. Do you go to church, or do you
Dude, you are all off onto another topic. So anyway, church. Okay.
No.
You know what? Happy Saturday. I'm gonna
Saturday,
I'm gonna go to the beach. I think it's gonna be a nice one out. It's pretty hot out down here in sunny South Florida. Check out fatenzo.shop for all your merch. Pope did nothing wrong.
Pope did nothing wrong.
And the Pope did something wrong. Sorry, Pope did something wrong.
What did he do?
Well, all
wrong.
popes.
Popes.
This Pope right here. Do you know about the Pope?
This Pope?
Are you Catholic?
I know of the faith, of course. My dad is a Catholic.
You're a Jew. You're Jewish, but you're Christian technically, a Christian Jew.
My mother's Seventh-day Adventist. My dad was Catholic. So
okay,
and I grew up nothing, but I believe in God.
Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah, for going to churches throughout my life as a kid, I went to Seventh-day Adventist churches. A cult church. Cult.
It's a cult church. Yeah.
Cult.
Yeah, of course, it's a cult. They're all cults. Catholics cult too, and
yes.
No, but have you ever, Peter the Roman, if you look that up, that's a whole conspiracy theory thing too.
Okay.
It basically says that somebody had a vision, Mary gave them a list of all the popes throughout the entire universe or through the entire ages. And the person wrote them all down. And the last one is supposedly this pope. Now,
this one.
It's just weird. A pope is supposed to have a lifetime appointment. Supposed to have a lifetime appointment. When you die, then they select a new pope, right?
Okay, yeah.
So this one, that didn't happen like that. John Paul II, he died. Then they chose Ratzinger, okay, the German, as the pope.
Okay.
He stepped down, and then they selected this one. So
why did he step down?
They technically have two popes right now living. It's weird.
Right? Yeah.
It's not normal. This is not how it's supposed to be.
I didn't think so.
The last time this happened, they're
too lazy for their administrative work, so
history.
They had to outsource.
It happened a couple times throughout history because I went to Catholic school my whole life and I took religion class. I don't know anything about the Bible, really. Like I don't.
But you know more about the faith.
I know about the faith of Catholicism.
Yeah, you know more about the faith. Yeah.
Yes. So, but anyway, but that's a whole nother thing. Fuck it. Let's go. All right.
Go.
Adios, guys.
Adios.
See you later.
He always says that's me. With that look on his face, he'll talk about anything. Outstanding. Tattoos, t-shirts, politics, history, and hot sauce on everything. Bobby Pickles.